the hospital. Within the very few minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, we want to have the speech by the representatives of the hospital in our midst. Dr. Afolabi. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. The Secretary to the State Government, duly represented, distinguished members of the High Table, and of course the State's NANNM Chairman. I'd like to say a big thank you for the privilege and opportunity to be invited to handle the capacity building section of this two-day program. I'm Dr. Afolabi Adu from Hospitrain, and we will do justice to the topics to be covered today. We do not take our invitation for granted at all. I was talking to Comrade Orobode, our chairman, some time ago, via WhatsApp, and I told him something. I said, I'm fully aware, sir, that you had many options. You could easily have gone to any of the higher institutions to get people to come and handle this. And when I just listened to the last speaker, definitely they are not in search of options. You did a great job, sir. And I thought I was an authority, but I think I've seen a greater authority. Well done, sir. Well done. So, having had him speak, I consider myself to be privileged to be invited all the way from outside the state. I met Comrade, our chairman, 2 years ago at the NANNM FHI program in Ibobi in Lagos. I was introduced to him by somebody, and we got talking, and since then, we have been in touch. When it was being introduced, it was called the Toknadu Chairman. And I really want to say I can attest to that. He told me only once, I assure you, I give you my word. No matter how long it will take, I will invite you one of these days. And today we are here. I don't take that for granted at all. You are a man of integrity, a man of honor. And there are only two ways that your life can go, forward and upwards. Thank you so much. And because of the confidence that has been reposed in us, we assure you that we will do justice to the topics. In the next few minutes after the speeches have been concluded, we'll go straight to class. NANNM Ondo State Council has approved 4 major topics for us, and we'll be dealing with them in the next 2 days. We'll be looking at understanding leadership, management, and administration extensively. We'll be looking at delegation, team building, goal setting, fostering better working relationship and cooperation between political leaders and administrative leaders, and then negotiation and bargaining fundamentals, amongst very many other subtopics. I implore you to give it your maximum attention. You are here primarily because of the training. Commodore Robert kept telling me, yeah, we have a dinner. I think that will be tomorrow. We have many things, but my major reason for this is knowledge impartation. He kept telling me, he said, and that's why I'm inviting you. Please come and do justice. It's a certificate course. You will have refreshment, you will have certificate, but most importantly, you will leave here with knowledge that will move you from where you are to where you ought to be. That much I can assure you. Once again, I say a big thank you to NANNM, Ondo State, and to the distinguished nurses. Nurses indeed are great. Thank you and God bless you.
Munyulua Olorunfemi. A round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The head of service is supposed to be here and wish to be here physically by himself, but unfortunately, there is a meeting going on in his office right now that needs his attention. Right inside the meeting, he directed me to come and grace the occasion and represent him. So he sent his greetings. Before I go on, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. But let me use the SSG, Dr. Taiwo Fashoranti, ably represented by my Oga, Chief Dele Akinagbe, to respectfully recognize the distinguished people at the top table. Great Nigerian nurse, great Nigerian nurse. In fact, I will not waste much of your time because the speaker that spoke before the last one, in person of Dr. Olorunfemi, has virtually said everything. Even the little words I have here is adequately embedded in his address. But what I want you to note that the summary of his lecture can be dated back to the eras of Florence Nightingale. I believe you all know who Florence Nightingale was during her lifetime. Eh? Hello? Are we together? In fact, if you take, if you leverage on the lecture, if you leverage on the lecture, your counterpart, I mean the medical doctors, they will be running head and scattered in this state. What is left for you to do now is just to take the paper, the address, and come up with a policy paper. And come up with a policy paper to advise government on best practice, how you want the nursing practices to be carried out in the state. You are good to go. Now, moving from the, the usual practice of bedside in the hospital, now to transform to policy formulation, it requires three things for you to achieve it. One is education in leadership and policy. That is, you need training and retraining. Don't wait till the time government asks you to go for one training or the other. Through NANNMs and through in collaboration with the faculty of nurses in our universities nowadays, you can have yourself trained in best way of nursing practices around the world. Because it is what you have that you can give. You cannot give what you don't have. I'm not saying that you are not qualified. You are well qualified, but you need retraining in current ways of doing things nowadays so that the medical doctor will not take you for granted any longer. Two, representation in decision making. Thank God for this present administration now that recognition has been given to the nurses by appointing one of you as a members of a hospital management board. I know you are agitating for more, and as time goes on, government will look into that direction and appoint many more of you into the policy making. Number three, which is very important, is collaboration across other professions, particularly in the health sectors. Why this is very important is that no man is an island of knowledge and wisdom required. You need to collaborate, not confrontation. But before you can collaborate, you need to oil your skill. If you oil your skill and you present a verifiable argument, a superior argument, nobody can push you aside any longer. as far as nursing practice is concerned in this state. Your voice and advocacy should go beyond agitation for salary increment, emolument, and whatever. With the current situation now, because your role in the society is very, very essential. People call you as the backbone of healthcare delivery in the state, but I see it beyond that. You are the gatekeepers, because our coming in to this world, you be at the gate side. While we are alive, I know, while we are alive, you are the protector. You protect us. And at the very point of our exit, you are always there. So that is why I describe you as a gatekeepers. So from this, Amas, I want you to take a seat at the table of leadership, which is very, very essential to achieve best nursing practices in the state. What I want you to take home in this conference is to see that nursing practice is no more a luxury, but essential. Even we are even moving to the area that everybody will be proud to have a nurse in his or her home. It is only in Nigeria, in this part of the world rather, that nurses are not put in the right position in the scheme of things. In advanced country, in fact, in the health sectors, I can say they are number one. And with time, God will take you there. But everything to get there is in your hand. You need to all your skill, develop yourself in the best way practices of doing things nowadays. Thank you, and God bless you.
Some special people here, they didn't give me their name to celebrate them, but I coordinate this program, even if you are my matron. I'm still the director of events. Abi, we have so many directors here. Director of nursing services ní tiyín, oyè tiyín yàtọ̀ sí tèmi. I'm the director of this, so I'm the DE. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to celebrate this wonderful set of people. They have retired from nursing service, but they deem it fit to be part of us today. A round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. Irú àwọn leader tá à ń sọ nìyẹn. Nurses don't retire. We only move from one form of job to a. Àbíṣe nurse máa ń retire ni. Even if you retire, your neighbors will still call you. Tọ́mọ wọn bá ní gìrì. So retire nìyẹn. God bless you, ma. A máa ròde ayọ̀ wá. Moving on, I want to move quickly to the next person for our goodwill message. The Permanent Secretary, Board of Establishment. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mrs. Dare Atunse, ably represented by Mr. Omiri.
Thank you so much. You've corrected yourself. I'm no longer Mrs. now. I've become a Mr. Thank you for that correction. The I table, let me adopt the already established protocol because of time. But I want to specifically recognize Dr. Wilson. Thank you so much for coming, sir. My permanent secretary there, Chief Akinagbe, I recognize you, sir. And every other one at the high table. both in the spillover of the high table. I recognize you all. And then the dignitaries at the high table, in the general table, I recognize you. And I recognize every one of us here. We are all special. And today is your day. And I hope that you get the best of this conference. I'm standing here today to represent Mrs. Daria Tushe Aro, the Permanent Secretary, Office of Establishment, under the Office of the Head of Service. As of yesterday, we were together preparing his goodwill message to be delivered here today. But surprisingly, this morning, she was directed to report at the government house, and then from the government house to the office of the head of service. And I think as we speak now, she's still in a meeting, but she has sent his apology. Mr. Orobode can bear me witness. The passion of Mrs. Daria Tushe on nurses and nursing profession in Ondo State is second to none. He knows. Where is the chairman? In fact, at a point, they call her Mama Nurse in the state because she's so passionate about the welfare and anything relating to the nurses in the state. And so she has directed me to deliver his goodwill to you. It is with great pleasure that I bring you warm greetings from the Office of Establishment and Training. I wish to sincerely commend the Ondo State government and the organizers of this important leadership training and capacity building section for our esteemed nurses and midwives. The theme of this conference, Practice to Policy, Nurses' Voice in Health Administration, reflects a critical shift towards inclusive leadership in health care. I know you want to become key players in health delivery in Ondo State, and I think this is a good starting point. And I believe that with that passion and with that commitment, you will get there. I say you will get there. As key players in health delivery, nurses must be fully equipped, not just to follow policy, but to actively influence and shape it. This gathering an opportunity to build knowledge and leadership capacity required to thrive within the public service structure. I urge all participants in this two-day conference to deepen their understanding of the public service, particularly the interpretation and application of rules governing the conduct, ethics, responsibility of civil and public servants. And in our midst, I have seen the resource person who is going to take that section. She is well grounded. She's a round peg in the round hole. And I'm sure it's going to do justice to that paper. These are foundational for ensuring accountability, Thank you so much. Are we together? Are we together? Leadership begins with knowledge. and it is sustained by integrity. By mastering the rules that guide your service, you position yourself to lead ethically and advocate effectively for your profession. I must commend your dedication and encourage you to use this conference as a platform to network, learn, and drive positive change within the healthcare system in the state. I don't need to go over the achievements of the state again. The chairman has rolled them out when he was giving his opening remark. But I want to say that government commitments and concerns to the welfare of nurses in Ondo State is a work in progress. It's a work in progress. We know that you still have some concerns, you still have some agitation, but I can assure you that government will address them one after the other. All the steps government has taken is a demonstration of the commitment of this administration to not just talk about health, but to invest in it, that is, in you and in the health workforce. On behalf of the government, the office of the establishment, I appeal to you to remain patient, professional, and constructive in your engagement. The government is listening, and I can assure you that more intervention underway to address other outstanding issues in a sustainable and inclusive manner. In conclusion, I salute your resilience, your passion, and your unwavering service to humanity. Let this training and conference inspire you to lead with knowledge, integrity, and purpose. I wish every one of you, without exception, a successful and rewarding conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Chairman, Hospital Management Board, Dr. Olusegun Victor Ategbole, who is ably represented by Dr. Wilson for the goodwill speech. A round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, all. The Secretary to the Government of Ondo State, Dr. Fashoranti Taiwo, ably represented by Chief Dele Akinagbe, the PS, our erudite and seasoned leader, Dr. Awolowo Banji Ajaka, Commissioner of Minister of Health, Ondo State, Professor Odimayo, SA to Mr. Governor on Health Matters, ably represented by Dr. Belila. I equally recognize the presence of the Head of Service, ably represented by Mr. Munyi Olua. The staff is not left out. Mr. Omirin, you are equally welcome. The comrade, the father of the day, as I always want to say, that is Comrade Nurse Oro Bode, the man of the moment, which we see as the Jagaban of nurses in Ondo State, isn't it? I want to equally thank God for the life of the keynote speaker, which actually stole the show for the day. That is Dr. Ola Olorunpo Olorunfemi. You are welcome, sir. Standing on the executive protocol. But before I will do that, I have to greet one of my own. That is one of our own from Hospital Management Board, which is Nurse Honorable Achiever Arinola Adamalekun, full-time board member, Ondo State. And she's equally one of your own, isn't it? Thank you very much. I bring greeting from my chairman, Dr. Victor Olusegun Ategbole, the chairman of Hospital Management Board. It is not in his usual practice not to come for this kind of occasion. But I want to announce to you that as we are talking today, is on a special state assignment somewhere else within the state. And it has to do with health matters. That is why you are not seeing him today. Great nurses. The great nurses. In fact, I'm always very proud of you. Anytime I say this, I say these are the hands that take care. Isn't it? These are the hands, both at home and at work. Is that not true? Because at home you take care, and at work, when you are in the hospital environment or in any health facilities environment, you equally take care. Thank you for doing that. I want to congratulate all of you. Having seen and what the chairman, the comrade have said about this leadership training. He said this is the maiden leadership training we are having in Ondo State. I want to congratulate all of you. As we know, leadership itself is a process of influencing and inspiring others to achieve common goal. In nursing profession, we know you have the goal of taking care of your people, of the people, taking care of the patient here and there. And that is a common goal. And within, you have to have what we call a leadership role. So it's a process that you can influence yourself, influencing others to actually put in more into the system. Gentlemen, I want to say, gentlemen and ladies, initially when I was a toddler, I used to fear nurse, but I love them for one thing. For that immaculate white that I used to see in them. That immaculate white, I hope is still a part of culture in nursing. In fairness, when I see that immaculate white and the cap, I always say that cap is equally amicable. I so much fall in love with that cap as well. But alas, I fear one thing. Anytime I see nurses carrying a syringe, you can see me doing what? Trying to escape. But I thank God that now I don't escape when I see nurses carrying syringes. Thank you for taking care of us. Yes, the leadership training we are having today is very important. That you have to mentor someone. At least you are not going to be here ad infinitum. A time will come you are going to leave the stage for others. And I'm happy that this time around, a lot of us are now getting used to all this, that we have to train ourselves and we have to go in for more leadership training. Just like what Dr. Olorunfemi said, there is need for us to improve day in, day out. There is nothing wrong in nurses coming up to take over position of authority and coming up to take responsibility from time to time. In the speech of the chairman, he mentioned so many things concerning HMB, which by God's grace we have had. And I can assure you, now that the commissioner is equally here, he will talk about it. He said something about the approval of conversion that is already in our table. Be rest assured that with express permission of the commissioner, you can rest assured that this thing will be taken care of in the HMB, and your right will be given to you almost immediately. Just as well as I've said, one of you is with us. We are going to discuss it at appropriate time that is the conversion that you said is already on our table. Rest assured, we are going to handle that immediately. Gentlemen and ladies, the training is on. You have scholars here that are going to help in providing lectures for all this program. So be rest assured that you are in good hands. And on this note, I want to, on behalf of my chairman, I want to wish you a useful deliberation and a good training section. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Moving on, we want to have the goodwill message from the Special Advisor to the Governor on Labor, Honorable Bola Taiwo, ably represented by Dr. Bayo Olatoji. A round of applause for him.
The Secretary to the State Government, ably represented by Chief Dele Akinagbe, the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Banji Ajaka. I recognize all members of the third table here. Great Nigerian nurses, articulate Nigerian nurses, ever committed Nigerian nurses. Thank you so much. I'm standing here to represent the Special Advisor to the Governor on Union Matters, Engineer Bola Taiwo. I'm not here to give a long speech, but I just want to draw our attention to the address of the chairman of NANNM. He has really captured the activities of government, what government has done to ensuring that workers' welfare are in top priority. Be that as it may, I want to say that my address here will be on the activities of the union. The union has been cooperating with government in terms of industrial peace in this state. And I want to say this, that I was a vice chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress some years ago in this state. Do you know anytime we wanted to organize an industrial strike, the most important, paramount, crucial affiliate of NSC that will be holding natural meeting with is NANNM. Because we know that when nurses are on strike, everything in the state is grounded. That is to tell you, to show the importance of this profession. And I want to use this medium to appreciate the cooperation the government has been enjoying from this association. And I want to say that what the NANNM chairman has captured in terms of the responsibility of government, I want to assure you that government will continue to do more in the mighty name of Jesus. I want to appreciate the organizer of this conference, and I want to thank Dr. Olorunfemi. If you see this, my notes, I've gained a lot of things from your lecture. You can see almost a page. I've jotted almost new ideas that is going to contribute to my own effective leadership. I want to thank you for that lecture. For this conference, I want to say I'm Dr. Bayola. I'm not a medical doctor, but I hold a PhD in peace and conflict studies. And for this conference, I have one question and one particular area I want this conference to address. The first one is this gender imbalance in nursing profession. It's like this profession is seen as a female-dominated profession. I want this conference to address this particular area, whether it's a matter of policy or it's a cultural issue or it is based on admission quota. I don't know. Because when you look at the history of creation, God created man and he created a woman as a helper. So in this profession, we want to see men coming into this profession to help the female in this profession. The second one is there is this issue of conflict in workplace. I discovered that there is what we call asymmetric conflict. That is conflict between unequal power. In hospitals or clinics, you can see a lot of conflict going on between patients and the nurses or the medical staff. You see, many of the patients are very aggressive. Some of them will go to the extent of, assaulting the medical person that was attending to them. And maybe by the nature of your profession, you won't have anything to do at that particular point. Is there any way we can regulate that kind of conflict? Because it's a conflict that is very paramount for patients and nurses, patient, doctor, patient, and medical officers. So I want this conference also to look into that particular area. What can we do to reduce this conflict in workplace? On this note, I want to end my brief speech, and I wish you a fruitful deliberation. Thank you. God bless you.
Dr. Bayo Olatunji, like you spoke my mind. Most times although I double as a press person and as a nurse too, I'm a registered broadcaster and I'm also a nurse. You see, most times I prefer to say I'm a broadcaster rather than say I'm a nurse. Because the moment you say you are a nurse, they'll be like, Ṣé ìwọ? Ah. Kí ló sún ẹ sí? I remember when I told my daddy that I've been admitted. He said, kí ló wá fún ẹ? Mo ní nursing. Ó ní nothing. Mo ní rárá. Nursing. We had several classes before I graduated. And one was when they increased LAUTECH tuition fee from 6,000 to 60,000. I know my oga here will remember. Back in 2007. I called Baba. Hello, sir. In here, you know, the typical Ondo man will always have agidi. Especially when they don't have money. They resort to... I said, hello, sir. He said, hello. Can't you read? Also, sir. Sir. Mo kàn fẹ́ fọ ẹ̀ àti increase owó school wa náà ti 6,000 sí 60,000. My daddy said, hello? Hello? Network in Nation. Hello? So I decided to cut the phone and call him back. So when I called, he said, hello, Akin. He didn't allow me to say anything. No. He said, hello, Akin. Wo mo gbọ́n yóò fọ̀ náà kan. Mo mọ̀ ẹ́ mọ̀ kọ́ tiẹ̀ mo la gígan tẹ́nàntì yorùbá àgbà Afidoka Park fi ọmọ mi wálé. I think our nursing leaders need to do more when it comes to gender inequalities in nursing. I said earlier, how do I explain to my wife that me, the full-fledged me, that I'm also a wife at work because I'm a midwife? Maybe they need to work on that nomenclature too. But yeah, me does bandike. Ọkùnrin tó wà láàrin méjì kọ́nu Ọlọ́run ní ọyọ̀ wa kẹwo bàbá Afẹ́ni fọ́rọ̀ bá kẹ ní midwife 60-year-old man ni o. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. We want to move quickly to the office of the SA to the Governor on Health. Professor Simidele Odimayo, ably represented by Dr. Belela. Is the pronunciation okay? Please celebrate him.
Thank you very, thank you very much. I'm Dr. Belila Zakaria Dolani, and just like I was introduced a while ago, also a past chairman of Nigerian Medical Association in Ondo State. I am here to represent the special advisor to Mr. Governor on Health, Professor Michael Simidele Odimayo, who is unavoidably absent. You will recollect that at one of your events late last year, he was here in your midst. So he sent his sincere apology because definitely for now he's on an official state assignment outside the state. My Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Banji Awolowo Ajaka, sir, I strongly welcome you. That is our leader in the health sector. And of course, he's also the #1 citizen as far as the health sector in the state is concerned. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Our SSG, as ably represented by our Permanent Secretary, Chief Dele Akinagbe, sir, we appreciate you so much for being in our midst. Our HOS, also ably represented, we appreciate you so much. The representative of the SA on Union Matters, Comrade Bola Taiwo, I also specially recognized you. And my ogas at the HMB, Hospitals Management Board, the chairman, ably represented by Dr. Taiwo, and I can also cite my good friend, my sister, Honorable Nurse, Patience, Arinola Adamolekun. We sincerely appreciate you so much, man. And each time I see her, I used to crack a little joke, which is that of the truth. The nurses are beautiful. Please, let's clap for ourselves. She is an epitome of courage. She stands in the gap. And that is why I will quickly delve into what the speaker has said concerning the medical doctors and nurses in the health sector. Of the truth, you will agree with me. For those that know me as an individual, I'm a die-hard believer in the fact that the health sector generally, belongs to doctors and the nurses. My comrade, the past chairman of NANNM that are here present, I sincerely appreciate you all. The Oloniyos, the Oga that is there, they will all the Olomiyes, yes. The Oloniyo in particular will remember when I was the NMA chairman in the state, we worked together. And of the truth, we achieved a lot. Instead of looking for fault lines, please let us continue to work together as doctors and nurses because we are closely knitted together than any other profession in the health sector. And I will also strongly advise, when opportunity comes, let us make ourselves available. There is a little complaint that I had here. And going back to history, I will say that when opportunity comes, and there are opportunities now, and as soon as the opportunities are coming, the nurses, I want to appeal to you, make yourselves available. The Honorable Adam Olekun that is here today, she's standing in a gap. And that gap, sincerely speaking, if you look at it critically, she has no specific financial upliftment, but she took it up as a challenge. And of the truth, she has been represented in nurses wonderfully well. Please join me to appreciate her. All the distinguished members in the business table, I recognize you all most sincerely, and I sincerely want to welcome you all. I believe strongly that we are all going to learn a lot from this conference. But as we are moving on, I want to continue to encourage us. Please let us continue to give our best
because this is our profession. And as the patient are looking up onto us, let us continue to give our best. Just like the staff have said, the challenges may be much, but one after the other, you can be rest assured that the government will start taking them and start getting them resolved. Finally, let me use this word and bid you farewell. As I believe you are going to learn so much from this conference, also remember that we must seek first political freedom, and every other thing shall also be added unto us. God bless you all. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I remember when we are in primary school, they will say, if they don't want us to pariwo, all they will do is they will just write, vernacular speaking is totally, ó ti ṣe yín rí, ó ti ṣe yín rí. You know, somebody like me, Yoruba says, ọmọ tí yóò bá jẹ́ àṣàmú àti kékeré ni mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀. So I'm always part of the noise makers in class. But the moment they write, vernacular speaking is totally, mo lè sọ̀rọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n mi ìgbóyìnbó. So problem ti wà, màá wá ṣe báyìí. Tí mo fẹ́ sọ wà nínú mi ṣùgbọ́n mi ìmọ̀ bí mo ṣe máa sọ ní. Tó bá sọ pé Akin, màá ní ṣe rí kì í ṣe òyìnbó kì í dẹ̀ ṣe Yorùbá. That is not a vernacular. Tani, please borrow me your biro. Màá ní biro. Biro àbí lọ́kà. Ó wà lórí lọ́kà ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí ò bá dẹ̀ sí biro, Tani, please borrow me your biro. Màá ní biro. No, kò sí ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. One word answer. Wọ́n wá mú ọmọ kan wá láti Jos, ó gbóyìnbó díẹ̀. Ṣé àwọn pé nílùú àwọn afọ́jú olójú kan lọ́ba wọn? Ó tiẹ̀ sì máa ń sọ tátàtá. So nìkan ló máa ń dá sọ gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ class. Ṣàdédé ni wọ́n jáde break, wọ́n ti lu aago. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí ò jọ gbóyìnbó bíi tèmi náà dúró síwájú class, ó di òpó mú, ara abídẹ̀ ń tọ́jà. Ó wá láti class tiẹ̀ o. Ó dẹ̀ déwájú ọ̀rẹ́ mi níbi tó dúró sí, ó dẹ̀ yasó. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní ṣé nǹkan ti ní kò gbọdọ̀ sọ vernacular. Ó ní ṣé you know, ṣé ojú ẹ̀ fọ́ pé èèyàn wà mí, ṣé you know sì ṣe mí. Ìgbà tí ó dẹ̀ lè express ara ẹ̀, ara bí wọ̀túnwòsì, àfi làó. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní you slap me here, you slap me. Meanwhile, àwa tá a lè sọ̀yìnbó etí wa ò di, a gbọ́ ṣùgbọ́n a lè. Ìgbà tọ́rẹ́ mi máa wọ̀túnwòsì torí pé kò sẹ́ni tó ń bọ̀, àfi làó létí ara bí padà, táìmù yẹn ni headmaster ń bọ̀. Wọ́n ṣe kó gbogbo àwọn méjèèjì lọ staff room nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní kán máa rojọ́, ara jọ́sì ló kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀. Excuse me, sir. As I was walking on the corridor, he stepped on me. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní me step you lie. Pé èmi, you lie. Wọ́n bá ní kó rojọ́ nígbà yẹn dẹ̀ ní tó bá gbóyìnbó wàá gbọ́ ẹ̀sà àti ẹ̀skísà àbí? Mo mọ̀ pé ẹ̀gbóyìnbó ń gbà tí yín náà. Wọ́n bá ní kó ọ̀rẹ́ mi rojọ́. Ó ní ẹ̀sà nothing. Ó fọ́ etí ọmọ ọlọ́mọ, ó ní nothing. What happened? Excuse sir. Oh yeah, express yourself anyhow. Ẹ̀sà ni gan lágo. Stop. Say it in English. Ẹ̀sà nothing. Ìgbà tó dé stage kan, lọ̀rẹ́ mi bá yarí. Ó ní ẹ̀sà. If you me talk. Pé tó bá ní kí n fi tipátipá sọ̀rọ̀, màá sọ̀rọ̀ ṣèbí kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ bálámù sọ̀rọ̀. If you me talk. Ẹ̀sà, aago jẹun. Ṣàdédé, òpónà iwájú class, me hold. Ẹ̀kẹ́nso she come, Akabe pé ó wá láti. Ẹ̀kẹ́nso she come, Akabe. When she full, ṣe pé èdè Ondo àfinúgùn fún iwájú. When she full, she dupe. Me wá dún hùn. Ẹ̀kẹ́nso she slap me ego, bàbá gbé ẹ náà ní o. Wọ́n fẹ́ lọ fún wọn ní microphone ni mi ìmọ̀gbà tí màá tún lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti dúró sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ commissioner, so pick it jọ.
so that tí n bá dé ilé wa màá sọ pé àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn bíi commissioner làjọ ń ta. Cameraman, are you there? Where is the photographer? Please come. You see, opportunity come but once. So if I should go to his office tomorrow and they don't want to open the door, I will print the message, picture, laminate it, take it along with you. Àjọ ń gbọ́wọ́ ara wa ni amọ̀ra tẹ́lẹ̀. Commissioner, sir, please, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Àjọ ń gbọ́wọ́ ara wa, àjọ mọ́ra. Ìjìnlẹ̀ mi, ṣó ti yá? God bless you. No. God bless you, mami. Ṣé rí ibi téèyàn bá ti ń ṣe ló ti ń jẹ. Èmi náà ti gbọ́wọ́ kọmíṣánná. Ọlọ́run tó dẹ̀ ṣe tèmi á ṣe tiẹ̀ náà. Ladies and gentlemen, to wrap the segment for the goodwill message up, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to invite to the stage the Honorable Commissioner of Health here in the Sunshine State, Honorable Dr. Banji Ajaka.
Àjọ ń gbọ́wọ́ ara wa náà nìyà. Bọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ ni wá náà. Thank you very much. The Secretary to the State Government, Ondo State, Dr. Taiwo Fashoranti, ably represented by Permanent Secretary Akinagbe. I acknowledge you. The Head of Service, also ably represented here. The SA to the Governor on Health Matters, also represented. The Chairman of Hospitals Management Board Ondo State is also represented here. Let me particularly recognize Mr. Felix Orobode. Felix Orobode, the chairman of NANNM in Ondo State. Felix, where are you? Felix, okay. I recognize you. Thank you for all you do. Felix is my very, very good friend. Make no mistake about it. Thank you. Let me particularly recognize the Director, Nursing Services, Ministry of Health, HMB, and Primary Healthcare Development Agency. I think we're all here. Mrs. Aliu, are your people here? Oh, I congratulate all of you. Let me now recognize my very good friend that we work together. He is a member of the board of Hospitals Management Board, Mrs. Ariola. I thank you very much for all you are doing in the States, for representing the nurses very well. Thank you very much. Ariola Damolekun. Thank you. Let me also recognize a nurse that's with us here who has distinguished herself in the nursing profession and in academia. Professor Oluwatosin. Professor Oluwatosin is the Dean of Faculty of Nursing Sciences, UNIMED. I recognize you and I thank you. I think it's telling us that the nursing profession is actually going places. I do know that the Vice Chancellor of Achievers University in Owo is a professor of nursing sciences too. Eh? Please, can we clap for all of us, the nurses? So I recognize all of you, and I greet you. In fact, ever working Ondo State nursing, ever hard-working Ondo State nurses, I thank you for this program that you organize. Let me tell you briefly that I am your friend. I think many of you know this. Dr. Banji Aulo Ajaka is a friend of the nurses. In fact, the coincidence that I put on black and purple that goes along with you. On 2 days, it's not, I was not told, but I just put it on. That shows that my mind is working with you. So, I thank you very much. Briefly, let me say that the government of Ondo State and, in fact, the Ministry of Health will enjoy a lot of robust relationship, industrial relationship with the nurses of Ondo State. Let me now tell you that in fact, in the history of this state, we have not had, because I'm a player too, I'm a major player in the health sector of Ondo State. Since we've been working together, I have not noticed, maybe I'm wrong, that our nurses in Ondo State went on any strike, single strike by them, not the one called by all their national association or other, but on their own, they have not. Mrs. Aliu, am I correct? Orobode, is that correct? The last one, we resolved almost immediately. Yeah, yes. So I thank you very much for all what you are doing for working in harmony with the state government, and we plead that you continue to work in a robust relationship with the state government. I think at this juncture, let me tell you that the government prioritizes the welfare and the training of nurses in Ondo State. I know as of today that we are training nurses in University of Medical Sciences. Abi, we are training nurses at the Olusegun Agago University. We are training nurses in Adekunle Ajasin University. We are also training nurses at the private level in Achievers University Owo. We also have some private institutions that are training nurses. Achiever has one in Akure too. Then there's Peacock in Akure here. Then in the Ministry of Health, we are doing some training at the community nursing level that is ongoing. But the big one now is that the state government has approved that we establish the College of Nursing Sciences in Ondo State, which will take off very soon. So I congratulate you on this. Your welfare, like I said, is a priority for the government. There's nothing we have taken to the governor before that has not approved for us on behalf of the nurses. If you have some outstanding thing, you can be rest assured that we will take care of that in no time. Having said this, ladies and gentlemen, let me congratulate all of you for this scientific conference and annual general meeting that you are having today. I'm excited when I came in and see you in good number. I've always made reference to the nurses when they organize their annual conference. I don't want to say that of my colleagues, the medicals. So please keep it up. This is a wonderful outing. At the end of the day, I know you are going to come out with a very wonderful result. On behalf of government of Ondo State, we are doing a lot of things. Now, Mr. Governor Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa has approved so many things for us in the health sector. We are upgrading our hospitals, major upgrading. We are doing minor upgrading too. We are going to buy equipment. He has approved all of this. For a very long time, we have not bought ambulances in our hospital. Mr. Governor has approved for us to purchase 18 number ambulances for all of us in the hospital. Very soon, you will be seeing this. It's not campaign. It's not. This is real. We already have the approval, and the money is almost in our hand. The process is almost concluded. So, you are the owner of the hospital. Who has the highest population in any hospital, either in the state or federal? Who? It's the nurses. So you are the mother of the hospital. If the hospital is doing very well, it's you. If otherwise, people will talk about you too. So let us work together. If you have issue, let us discuss it. My office is 24 hours a day open to the nurses to discuss issue of development of the medical services in Ondo State. Having said all of this, I wish you a very robust conference, and I congratulate you for this, your annual general meeting. God bless all the nurses of Ondo State. God bless Ondo State. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the Commissioner of Health here in the Sunshine State, Dr. Banji Ajaka. He's a friend of the profession, like he rightly said. And he said something about the nurses that I love so much. He said, for a very long time, nurses don't go on strike. So, yeah, can't kill one. Distinguished nurses, ladies and gentlemen, I want to acknowledge the presence of the Director General Oranges, heavily represented by Mrs. Ibitoye Adirunke Mary. You're welcome. All right. On to the next one. Check your program. We want to move to the chairman of the occasion / declaration of the conference open. This will be done by the SSG, Dr. Taiwo Fashionati, ably represented by a chief, Chief Dele Akinagbe. A round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me humbly recognize the presence of our darling State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Awolowo Ajaka. I also want to recognize the representative of the Special Advisor to Mr. Governor on Health. Well, permit me to stand on the already established protocol, but I will not, but want to specially welcome the representative of the chairman HMB, Dr. Wilson, and one of us, Mama Ariola Adamalekun. I'm here to represent the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Taiwo Fashoranti, who ordinarily had planned to personally attend this program. Even as at this morning, the intention was that I would just accompany him to this place. But unfortunately, for which what I will blame on what as one of the major challenges we are having here, that is keeping to time. As at 10:30, we were set to be here, but unfortunately, this place was not set to receive the SSD. Even up till 11 o'clock, it was still of the view that if he had the call from here, that the hall is set, that he will come. But unfortunately, some few minutes after 11, the governor called him for an assignment. Hence, he directed that I should be here to represent him. Well, as you know, while he's keenly interested in attending this program, apart from being a medical personnel, he was formerly the chairman of HMB. And not only that, the SSD, by virtue of his position, is the father of all union. So for this, ordinarily, he would have loved to be here. But man proposes, God disposes. So he sent his unreserved apology. And I am sure you have taken that. Abi, thanks so much. Well, I brought greetings and salutation from the Secretary to the State Government to this special gathering. I say it is a special gathering because, as mentioned by those who have spoken before me, this is the maiden edition of this conference. And I think it is a good thing that you are starting. And on this note, I want to congratulate not just our chairman or the ESCO, but all of us who have the opportunity to be part of this important program. The medical profession is very, very important. And to those of us who are Christian, I think God himself is a medical personnel. And God is not just a medical doctor for the surgical operations he performed while creating the woman from the rib of the man, but he's also a nurse, because after any operation, it is the nurse that will do all the other things that is required to make the person have a complete healing. Nurses are very, very important, and nobody can controvert that. One thing that I admonished in the nursing profession is the way you read the handwriting. I don't want to say poor handwritings of our doctors. Well, sir, and the person I'm representing is a medical doctor, and my commissioner is here too. Very many of our doctors, I don't know, maybe it is part of their training. In Yoruba, they say, Adiye Kawe, Oyinbo Kaati. But whatever our doctors write, the nurses are capable of reading and giving good interpretation. Well, once again, I want to say that training and retraining is a very, very important aspect of the public service. And it is good that this organization, this your association, that you are starting this. And I want to encourage you, Mr. Chairman, sir, that it should not just be a once and for all affair. At least if you could not have it at least twice in a year, make it at least an annual event as part of the activities of the union. Again, I want to specially thank the professor, I will call him a professor, not a doctor, who delivered the keynote address. He has said so many things, and I want to believe that from all that he has said, that all of us here, that will take to those hints that he gave, so that we take this profession to a greater height. And the Honorable Commissioner, I reacted to some of the issues, if not all the issues that you raised, that his door is widely open for discussion on all the issues that are agitating the minds of our nurses. And it is on this note that on behalf of the Secretary to the State Government, that I have the honor and the privilege to declare open this two-day workshop to the glory of God and usefulness of humanity. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much. Let's celebrate the SSG, ably represented by our chief. Thank you, sir. Èèyàn kì í pẹ́ gba táítù o. Mo lọ ẹ̀yìn lẹ́ẹ̀kan, àwọn èèyàn kí mi wọ́n ní kí n pẹ̀lẹ́ o, ọ̀rẹ́ kọmíṣánná. Ẹ kí mi kú oríire. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n dúró báyìí. Ẹ wò mí dáadáa, ẹ wò mí, ta ni mo ti ń jọ báyìí? Bàbá dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ tí lọ ilé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀jọ́ lọ yìí o. Thank you, Honorable Commissioner. Thank you, SSG. Before we move to the next program, which is the cutting of the cake, let's relax. Tell your neighbor, relax. How many of us, I want to take us back to days, the 90s. Those of us who are very conversant with our radio back in the years. There's this program that they normally do on Fridays. When I play you the soundtracks, I know some of you will remember. Da 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 da. Reason tó jẹ́ kí n play orin yẹn ni wípé ẹni tí ò bá ti mọ̀ kò lè sí ní level 12 ń bí. Torí àwọn tó ti dàgbà la mọ̀ kó lè wà ní. Now, they always host that program on here every Friday night. Ta ló mọ title ẹ̀? Lábẹ́ ọ̀run kẹ̀. Ìgbà wo ni lábẹ́ ọ̀run dé? Nǹkan ń bẹ. Now, we broadcasters as a way of keeping you in suspense. Tẹ́ bá rántí bàbá yẹn dáadáa, ó ní bó ṣe máa ń mí in between àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. You hear something like, tó, èló tá ń lọ nírọ̀lẹ́ yìí ni wọ́n ń pè nílùú Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sì fẹ́ lọ sílùú Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ láti ìlú Èkó, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti mórí lọ́nà Ìbàdàn, láti Ìbàdàn, ẹ dájà sí ẹ̀. Tí bàbá ẹ bá ti wá gbé yín lórí suspense, ẹ máa mo sá kìjokìjo níwájú ọmọ Ádámọ̀. Ìyá tẹ́wúrẹ́ jẹsẹ̀ ọmọ rẹ̀ ń bẹ ní yàrá agbára pẹ̀lú mi bí mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Màmá ẹ má sunkún mọ́, ọ̀rọ̀ yín ti dayọ̀. Kó tó di wípé mo máa pe màmá ìwọlé, ẹ jẹ́ a lọ sábàlá àpolówó ọjà náà. And you begin to hear something like, ọṣẹ ẹ̀sìtì mọ̀ rẹ o, ọṣẹ ẹ̀sìtì mọ̀ rẹ o, ìkan dára fún wẹ̀ lásán, ìkan dára fáṣọ fífọ̀, ẹ lo ẹ̀sìtì ìkẹrí di ọ̀rọ̀ wa. Gbogbo ìdọ̀tí èélá ìṣápá ẹ wá fi gbà lọ, ó ń fọṣọ mọ́ kì í jáṣọ ó ṣá, ó lè kókó kì í jẹ́wọ́ ó jàre, ọṣẹ ẹ̀sìtì mọ̀ rẹ o. Bá a bá ní a máa polówó ọṣẹ ẹ̀sìtì nígbàgbà, ó tó bẹ́ẹ̀, ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. ṣùgbọ́n kí bàbá tó padà sínú stúdíò ó tún ní kinní kan tí wọ́n máa ń polówó ẹ̀yin wọlé rántí. láìdédé o perfume jelly amara amalolo. We want to have the vote of thanks. Ẹ káàbọ̀ látabala àpolówó ọjà. Before we have the cutting of the cake, ladies and gentlemen, we want to have the vote of thanks, and this will be done by the AG Secretary, Abi. Baba, please a round of applause for this, my very wonderful friend.
Great Nigeria nurses! Great Nigeria nurses! Before I give my vote of thanks, please permit me to sing this song. Èyí yẹ ọ́ o, bàbá ta ló sọ pé kò yẹ ọ́, àwọn dà. Sọ pé kò yẹ ọ́, àwọn dà. Kó pa mọ́ wọn lẹ́nu, kẹ́kẹ́ tí kẹ́ pa mọ́ bàbá wọn lẹ́nu, ọ̀rọ̀ hurunhurun inú ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ní ń gbé. Àtòdígí fún wọn, ṣé torí wa àbí torí wọn. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Great comrades, great nurses, I stand on this singular honor to appreciate our able guests. We appreciate you on behalf of the entire nurses of Ondo State Council. In the history, this has never happened before. This is the very first of its kind. And we are looking forward to see more of this to come in the near future. To our distinguished guests, the Honorable Commissioner for Health, the SSGs, the Permanent Secretary and staff, the SAS, SA Labor Union, our keynote speaker, the trainer, our DNSs, all our invited guests of honors, you are all welcome. We appreciate you for making yourself available. We really appreciate it. We didn't take it for granted, sirs and ma'ams. You have a lot to do here to still dedicate your time to be present here. It means a lot to us. We are not taking this for granted. And to our organizers as well, the committees, we appreciate you all. To our trainers as well, we appreciate you, sir. We know you are fully loaded and you are fully ready for us. This one is by fire, by force. By fire, by thunder, we must learn. And mainly looking at the congregation we are seeing here, it really shows that we too, we are really ready for use. We are ready to learn. We are ready to make changes. We are ready to make that voice count in the health sector. Enough of nursing being at the back. Now we want to be at the forefront. We want to take the whole. We want to take the bull by the horn. We want to take the bold step to do what? To make the positive changes which we need in nursing profession. And I pray God Almighty will help us all in Jesus' name. So our distinguished guests of honor, as we go back to your different location back, we pray God Almighty will grant you journey mercy. And we hope for future and meaningful engagement and partnership to come. And to our HMB representative, staff as well, we are standing on your words. We believe by special grace of God, by this time next week, you will be called for our conversion letter to come. Praise the Lord.
Please celebrating the acting secretary. Mo rò bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìvẹ́ǹtì kan tí mo lọ tí a ní kí bọ̀dá yẹn wá ṣe vote of thanks. Mo rò bóyá wọ́n crown ẹ̀ ni. So bágbà yẹn ṣe dé ló ní Mr. Chairman, we are great. Ó ti gbàgbé pé grateful ló ń rí àsì kúrò ní ilé. Mr. Secretary, we are great. Baba Commissioner, we are great. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin DNS, we are great. Keynote speaker, we are great. Àwọn ará bí ti wá dìde wọ́n ti ń lọlé, ó wá rántí pé òun ọmọ fi sí. Kò fi fúlù ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ sí ló bá pè wọ́n padà. Guest of honor, full. So we want to cut the cake and ẹ má bínú mi tó ẹni tó ń gbé yín dìde. All our distinguished members of the high table should please come to the front for the cutting of the cake. And our Commander-in-Chief of Aluta Forces, His Excellency Comrade Nurse Urubode Akintobi, will lead all the distinguished members of the high table to the cake stand so that
shining bright, guiding us, standing firm for what is right.
So after the cutting of the cake, we are going to proceed on our tea break for 20 minutes. And immediately after the 20 minutes,
in every challenge he finds his place.
Okay, at any tea break.
So bold and true.
We should continue. Ma? Okay, ẹ má bínú, ẹ má bínú. Àwọn èèyàn ní àwọn ti ní tea break pé lunch ló kàn àbí? Am I speaking your mind? And we will have our lunch break. So after the lunch break, we are still coming back for the lectures.
For now you lead the way. In Ondo State we proudly say. For now you lead the way. In Ondo State we proudly say. From the heart of hearts of a leader rose.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ hold it. Ẹ tẹ́tí sí ìkéde pàtàkì tẹ́ ẹ̀ sanwó fún un. Àwọn organizer ẹ rí i pé mo náwó just in case tí ó bá yọ anything àwọn ní kẹ́ ẹ lọ mú o. Wọ́n ní lẹ́yìn gbogbo ètò ní lunch yẹn máa wá. Pé ká ṣe àwọn lectures wa náà. After that, then we have our lunch. But for now, we are going to proceed on a very short break within 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll come back for the lectures and other things. The representative of Japaigo Island is around. Please, you should please join them for the group photograph because a lè má ní opportunity láti gbé àwọn tí wọ́n dúró ìpadà wá síbẹ̀ yẹn mọ́. Would recognize you specially. We've recognized you even before your arrival. All right. Sorry, what should we call for them to cut the cake? Nurses, yeah, be nurses. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's spell nurses together. N. When I say N, you echo N. 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 U. R. R. S. E. And S. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you.
We are strong and vision clear. You lift our hearts, you wipe our tears. Orobo de oro bang marvelous beats, shining like a star. For now you lead the way. In Ondo State we proudly say. We proudly say. For now you lead the way. In Ondo State we proudly say. Storm and shine, you're a beacon of hope. A voice from nurses with courage and scope. With unity, justice, and love as your guide. Onward you lead with grace and pride. In all you do, integrity shines through. A champion of health forever true. On those heartbeat bold and strong, your greatness will be told in every song. Orobode, Orobamba, your name rings out both near and far. With Ion and vision, the leader of light, you lift us up, you banish the night. Orobode, Orobamba, with shining deeds, a guiding star. For now you lead the way, in Mono State we proudly say. Ooh, when from feet and voices raised, we remember a leader with golden ways. Orobode, your legacy will live on in every heart, in every song. Orobode, Orobamba, your light shines bright, both near and far. With honor and strength, you stand tall, a leader who's done it all. Orobode, Orobamba, forever our guide, a shining star. For now, for all we say, Orobode, Orobamba.
Lighting with you, girl, me love it. Dying with you, tell him forever. Lily, diamond rings in your body, darling, darling. Come find me.
Oh, you did do me no more.
Okay.
No more. Don't want to do more. Please don't give me trouble. You did do me no more. It's still nothing no more. Go do my lover.
I'm rocking all this on my booty. Me and sit your mountain. I just like standing on business. She say, waiting be your plan for my daughter. Yeah. If you go back hard, my colopa. Waiting be your plan for my daughter. If you go back hard, my colopa. I say she sabi dance like Popo. So me I want knock on Coco. And then I get one show from Morocco. You should let me go Morocco. Rise up and dance to my new Fuji cafe. For the boys who see my pain. Say I promise you feel the same. Yeah. Just pop and pass, my soda go, my soda chain. For the girls with them my pay. Say I promise you feel the same. Yeah. Back there, sorry I have to win. I'm rocking all this under my queen. Me and sit there my team. All these legs wanna be my queen. Back there, sorry I have to win. I'm rocking all this under my queen. Me and sit there my team. All these legs wanna be my queen.
Yo, what's up, what's up? In case you're feeling this vibe, let me introduce the motherfucking DJ on the deck. The world best international boy. It's DJ Spank and J Slot on the mic, that's what's up. Yo!
Dance, where do? Tell me go dance, where do? Make it dance, where do? Let the music they play, where do? Almost say go dance, where do? Tell me go dance, where do? You go dance, where do? You go dance. For the vibe I've been